Hello everyone, I'm Video Game Hazard, back for some more Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we explored the north of 5 Island, met a stuck-up rich girl, and obtained a Togepi from an egg. This time, we're exploring the north of 6 Island, and immediately getting into a fight. Yay! Oh, you are actually someone with a new Pokemon. This is Chinchou, a water electric type from the Johto region. It's actually, water electric is actually a rather good type, all things considered, because it can just deal with any other water types handily, while also resisting them. It's honestly a Pokemon I've considered using before, but just haven't gotten around to. But yeah, it's just a rather neat Pokemon. Do you have anything else interesting? Oh, you have Lantern, the evolution. I'm gonna have Spike deal with this. Because I really would like to just take it out with a single Earthquake. I meant to use Earthquake, I did not mean to hit Sludge Bomb. That still did good damage, though. I'm worried about getting hit by a Water-type move, though. Oh, just Water Gun? Oh, I'm not concerned at all, then. I don't know why you don't have something stronger, but whatever. I'll finish you off with another Sludge Bomb. That's kind of pathetic, but whatever. So Lantern's down, and you're defeated. Hooray. I knew this would happen. Okay, now we can head past you and get interrupted by another swimmer. Dang it! Dealt with this guy's Gyarados pretty easily. Now we can go past you and hopefully not be interrupted again so soon. Do you... Curse me for not having repels. I wanted to see if there was anything else I needed Surf for, but I guess not. I guess we can fight these twins. They're probably going to be boring. They were, in fact, boring. It was just a double battle against 2 Pikachu. Hooray! Anyway, moving on from them. I thought there were some hidden items around here, but I don't know where they are right now. Whatever. Let's go into this house. Because there's gonna be this guy. My height is 67 inches on the button. I know it is this precisely because my neighbor measured me. That's all you have to say? Alright then. I was expecting something different there, but whatever. Oh, this is the house I was looking for. Wanted, the ultimate horn. What kind of horn do you want? Heracross. Big and shiny, it's the bug boss. Love it, need it, Heracross. Okay. She would like a Heracross. And if you bring her a quote-unquote record-breaking Heracross, she will give you a Nest Ball. We'll get into where you can find a Heracross soon, but first, we're gonna fight a slightly less boring trainer, because she has some new Pokemon. She has a Sunkern, a very weak grass type from the Johto region. So weak, in fact, that it has a lower base stat total than even Magikarp. It is that pathetic. Although it actually has more attacking moves than just Tackle. But it's still pathetic. It's almost just as pathetic evolution. Stunflora, really not as good as it should be for an evolution. It's quite bad, honestly. And it probably would have gone down to a single flamethrower even if it was good, but still, that kind of works to my point. It's just not very good. Okay, I need to figure out how to get that item down there, because that's bothering me. There's also a hidden item here, which is also going to bother me. That's an Oranberry. Cool. Now we can go down this way and get that item on the island. Well, not really an island, but like... What would you call that? It's a part of the land, but it's... like, it's on a slope. I'm not really sure what you would call it. Anyway... We're going to surf down there after setting up the rappel and grab an elixir. Nothing really to write home about, but I believe there's supposed to be one other item on the water path here. Possibly hidden? I would have to double check my notes. We're not going into the green path just yet. Where is this item? Or did I get it already? Never mind, there wasn't another item. So I guess we can just head onto the green path. Green path, pattern bush ahead. So the green path itself doesn't really have a whole lot to it right here. But if we head inside, we are now in the pattern bush. Now, the pattern bush, if I could not be interrupted... Okay, after being interrupted by that guy, I can go over what there is to find here in the pattern bush. So, we have a few new encounters. I may as well get into a trainer battle while I talk about this. I caught a bug Pokemon that lives only around here. Okay, you might actually be an interesting battle. So, our Pokemon that we can find here are... Oh, well, there's one of them, Heracross. You can find Heracross here. It is probably one of the best bug-type Pokemon ever. It is a bug and fighting type. And honestly, my personal favorite bug type. Though, of course, it goes down to one hit to Flamethrower. Heracross has really good attack, has a good move pool of bug and fighting moves, as well as moves of other types. So, would highly recommend using it if you want to pick up Pokemon in the aftergame. Oh, this person has a Chansey. Good experience for me. There are also a couple other Pokemon that you can find here for the first time, including Ladybug and Spinarak. Both are available in both Fire Red and Leaf Green, but Ladybug is slightly more common in Leaf Green, and Spinarak is slightly more common in Fire Red. Ladybug is a bug and flying type, Spinarak is a bug and poison. Both are... I shouldn't say Spinarak is terrible. They both have evolutions, and, you know, they're bug types, so they're generally weak, unless we're talking about Heracross, which is, like, the only good bug type in the early generations. But their evolutions are still kind of weak, though Spinarak has some utility. Ladybug's evolution has barely any utility at all, and is just a terrible Pokemon. I do not recommend using it at all, though Spinarak is at least passable. Anyway, those can both be found around here. I'm gonna continue fighting these trainers, and basically I'm just gonna cut ahead to when I find an interesting trainer. Oh, so this trainer right here actually has a Snubbull. This is a new Pokemon. I forgot to wake up Mustafar. Great. Might as well do that now. I passed it. There it is. Wake up, grab a brush, put on a little makeup, hide the scars to fade away the shake-up. This is your wake-up song, Mustafar. So now I can... Wow, woke up Mustafar only to get roared out of battle. Fine, Jeremy, you can take care of the Snubbull. Cut it! Or slash it. Okay, good, it failed that time. That would have been really annoying. So please, let's end this battle. I don't know if you can actually catch Snubbull anywhere, but hey, it's a normal type from Johto. It exists. Anyway, more trainers. This guy just had 2 Weepin' Bell and a Victory Bell, so nothing really that interesting there. Now, with the Pattern Bush, I believe there are no items here whatsoever. Yeah, none at all. Kind of surprising. But the other interesting thing about the Pattern Bush is that if you were to look at a map of this area, you would see that it has a very interesting pattern to it, hence the name Pattern Bush. This is supposed to be based on the internal memory of the original Pokemon Red and Blue. How it would appear if you were to open the cartridge up. And the other funny thing is that Pattern Bush, being filled with bugs, is supposed to be an allegory for the many bugs that were in the glitchy mess that was the original Pokemon Red and Blue. So it's kind of a neat little Easter egg there. Also, this breeder has a Clefable. I don't know if we've seen that before. I don't know. But whatever, it's the evolution of Clefairy. We're gonna hit it with a Blast Burn. And down it goes. Yay! So yeah, that's about all there is to the pattern bush. I'm gonna continue going through here, just battling every trainer I can find. There are quite a few... If I could not be interrupted, there are quite a few trainers here, actually. And of course, I get interrupted by another trainer. Okay, get Professor Layton over here out of the way. Yes, there are a lot of trainers here. I will be fighting all of them, but obviously not showing all on screen. Burn that Venomoth alive, and now Mustafar is level 60. Very good, I can probably switch him out of the front. Bugcatcher Vance is out of the way. Alright, we're gonna have Attenborough take care of things for a while. If I could ever speak properly. Maybe I'm asked too much to be able to speak properly. Whatever. Fight this trainer down here. Oh, yuck, I think a bug stung me. Alright, continuing on. Oh, geez, there's another one. I think there's like 3 more trainers here. Maybe you'll have something interesting. Let's see. Yeah, I love the delicious air. It's so delicious. Last Dahlia. Oh, you probably just have a team of Hop-Ips and Skiploom. I can't say I'm too surprised by that. Although, I think we've only seen one other trainer with them. Which was actually last time, I think. But oh well, I can just have Attenborough one-shot all of them with Ice Beam. Very simple. No need to worry. We freeze all of the flying vegetables, I don't know. Whatever you want to call them. I don't really know what Hop-Up and Skiploom are supposed to be. Because, like, they're plants that float. Like, are they... I guess they... Based on their final evolution, Jumpluff, they may actually just be dandelions. But I don't really know. Anyway, one more Skiploom to take an Ice Beam. You will not be missed. Bye. And now you're taken care of. And I'm still missing 2 trainers here, it looks like. Where are they? Oh, here's one. You know, it just doesn't feel right if I don't use bug Pokemon. Well, you are a bug catcher, so I'd be surprised if you weren't using bug types. What do you have, bug catcher Jonah? Got a Yanma. Oh, this is our first time seeing it in battle. Because I only ever showed it in the, when I was talking about where you could catch it. Haven't actually seen it for real. But sure enough, it's a flying type, so it goes down to a single Ice Beam. I don't want to use all my Ice Beam, though, because we're getting low on that. Though, of course, there's another Yanma, so we might as well use another Ice Beam. Die, die, die. And then... Oh, wow, that was a crit. That was completely unnecessary, Attenborough. You did not need to go that hard. Now you have a Beedrill. Let me guess, you just have 2 of these to round out your team. That also wouldn't surprise me. Go down in a single Psychic. That's very good. You're honestly kind of weak, so I would be surprised if you didn't go down to 1 hit. And yep, you have a second Beedrill. Psychic it in the face. Bend its mind and everything that comes with that. And now you've been defeated. And now there should be 1 remaining trainer that I think I'll have Spike deal with. Because why not? And if we... Are you the trainer? Yes, you are. This is a good spot. I'll pitch my tent here. Are you sure you want to be camping around all these bugs? I mean, I guess most of them won't annoy you, but if there are more Heracross around here, you better be prepared for that. Though you have a pincer yourself, so I guess you can take care of yourself. Ooh, I was close to getting a one-shot with Sludge Bomb there, but not quite. I should have used Rock Slide, actually, but whatever. It's too late. Might as well just finish it off with Sludge Bomb, get that level up, and then... Oh, you have your own Heracross. Okay, well, I guess you are pretty well prepared then. I'll have Attenborough use a Psychic, I guess. No real reason to do anything else. I would send out Mustafar again, but I don't want it to get over-leveled, so we're just gonna do this. Besides, everyone else is like 2 or 3 levels behind it. Psychic was not quite enough for the one-shot, but I guess I can just drown it. That always works. Good old reliable Surf. And now that is all of the trainers in here done. It's a lot more than you would expect, honestly. Especially with there being no items around, but whatever. Now we can come out the other side of Green Path. Green Path, think green, keep nature clean. Very nice. We love the environment. Anyway, on the other side of Green Path, I should probably set a repel. Never mind, I already have a repel set, though of course it's probably gonna run out pretty soon here. I would like to... Okay, there is a hidden item here. I'm probably gonna have to fight this trainer first. Or not. And we get a hidden Ultra Ball, that's cool. And I think I will switch Yokozuna to the front to deal with this trainer. So what is your deal, huh? I was envisioning my house, but this is where I teleport? This is your home now! Whether you like it or not, Psychic Jacqueline. Oh, are you just a repeat of the Lost Cave Psychic? You just have a team of Natu and Xatu. If so, that's kind of boring. It would be more interesting if you had other Pokemon. But maybe you do, and I'm just jumping the gun. Let's see. Oh, you have a Slowbro. Okay. You do actually have some more interesting stuff than just a Natu. So let's Shadow Ball that. And not a one-shot, because Slowbro has good defenses. But so do I too, so Psychic isn't gonna do much. So let's do a second Shadow Ball. And down you go. Now what is your last Pokemon? A Kadabra, that's easy peasy. So easy that I'm not even going to use Shadow Ball on you, because Body Slam will be enough for a one-shot since your defense is bad, but then of course you used Reflect to raise your defense. But it wasn't enough because it's that bad! Yay! And we got a level up for that. We love when things work out like that. Big boo-boo. Yeah, that's what you got. Alright, now we can move on from the Green Path here and head towards Outcast Island. Of course, I'm immediately interrupted by a wild Pokemon upon entering this area, and now by a trainer who I will probably cut. Alright, now we can move on from you. I didn't lose to you at swimming, this doesn't bother me. Well, you did lose to me at battling, because you only had a Marill. So, you shouldn't have been surprised that you lost. Oh, it looks like we have a double battle here. Wow, I can't even get into a battle without being interrupted. Might as well show this, because, I don't know, they might have some strong Pokemon. Let's see. Sissenbro, Ava, and Geb. Or Jeb? I don't know. You have a Starmie and a Poliwhirl. Well, this works out for me, because Jeremy and Blitz are gonna wipe the floor with you. Let's do a Giga Drain on the Poliwhirl and a Thunderbolt on the Starmie. They're both level 50, so one of them might tank these. I don't know. We'll have to see. No, you did not tank that. Poliwhirl might tank the Giga Drain, though. Blitz got to level 58, which is good. Oh, it even set up a Rain Dance, the Poliwhirl. I could have used Thunder, maybe, but... Oh, no, I wouldn't have, because I was faster. Whatever, Giga Drain takes out the Poliwhirl. So that battle's done. So as we're coming up to Outcast Island here, I guess I can explain this while I talk to this guy. There are gonna be a few items around, as you might expect. But the other interesting thing is that if you were to come to Outcast Island before dealing with the Team Rocket warehouse, which I actually didn't know about this, there would have been a Team Rocket grunt that you could have fought on the island itself that we're coming up to. He would have had, if I can see his team here, he would have had a Mako Golbat and Eradicate, all level 48. I don't know if he has any special text. If I can find that, I'll put it up on screen, but I'm not making any promises because this may be pretty obscure. I wish I had come up here before dealing with the Rocket Warehouse, because now I've completely missed out on this guy. Oh well. But there are still other things to do up here, so it's not a complete loss. What is a complete loss is what this trainer is about to have, because Jeremy just drained that War Turtle, and we're going to do the same thing to this War Turtle. Or, did I just call the Kingler a War Turtle? No. We drained the Kingler, and now we're going to drain the War Turtle too. Gosh, I really cannot speak. And of course the War Turtle survived the Giga Drain. Fine. If I must, I will finish you off with a Slash. But not before it gets off a Rapid Spin, I guess. So Slash you. Get out of here. Let me continue on my way. Okay, that guy's gasping. I sure hope he doesn't drown. We're gonna leave him and hope that he's okay. Let's see. Oh, do we actually need to go around to get something there? There's a cave entrance there. I will get to that in a moment. Actually, no, I could talk about this now. Let's deal with this first. So this is Altering Cave. Now, usually there isn't a whole lot to this place. It has kind of a weird design to it. Weird layout. Kind of like, almost like fingers, like moving off in different directions. Normally, all that you can find here are Zubats. Literally, that's it. But if you were to have, case in point, a Zubat interrupted me. But if you were to have gone here during exclusive Pokemon events that were held back in the day, you would have had an opportunity to catch a different kind of Pokemon. The potential Pokemon that you could have found here through these events are Mareep, Aipom, Pineco, Shuckle, our Lord and Savior, Teddiursa, Houndour, Stantler, and Smeargle. None of these Pokemon can be obtained through normal gameplay, and they are all native to the Johto region. But if you were lucky enough to have gotten one of them back in the day, good for you. I believe none of those Pokemon can be found. None of those Pokemon can be found elsewhere in Fire Red and Leaf Green. They were exclusive to those events, and there's nothing else you can do about it. Now we can surf up here and collect a PP up, and also fight one more trainer. I'm having no luck at all. A battle would be a change of pace. All right, well, I'll give you a battle then. Let's see what you've got here. Fisherman Tylor. That's a weird way of spelling it. Usually I expect an E instead of an O. But yeah, he's got some Quillfish here. First time seeing them in battle, because the only time you would have seen them before this was when I explained where you could catch it. But yeah, and I forgot about Poison Point being their ability. So now Jeremy's poisoned. Great. I might as well switch to Blitz just to deal with this a little faster. I believe There's some other hidden items you can find around here, netball and star piece, but that's only some of the time. They're not here all the time. They are recurring items, so they may be difficult to find, but they are here sometimes. And let me guess, you have another Quillfish, as expected. So we'll Thunderbolt you. And that should be it for this place. Yeah, Outcast Island doesn't really have a whole lot to it. But it's a neat little side area that you can explore if you really want to, but it is completely optional. Anyway, we're actually gonna fly all the way back to the town of 6 Island, because now we want to head over to 7 Island, which we have not explored at all yet. And I'm now just realizing that I never caught a Heracross to show that to that lady who was obsessed with her horns. But whatever, I didn't mean to go there. I already explained that you get a nest ball for showing her one, so there's no real reason for me to catch one and show that. I don't really need a nest ball. Anyway, now we can finally head off to 7 Island. But I think that's a good place to stop for now. So in the next episode of Pokemon Fire Red, we're going to be exploring the last of the Sevi Islands, 7 Island. See you guys then.